back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a first impressions try on with all of the products that I just recently got at Ulta. Unfortunately, the clip that, like my intro outro clip for the video, was out of focus, so I'm just filming it on a different day. But if you guys want to see me try on all of the products that I got from Ulta, then go ahead and keep on watching. Okay, so I'm gonna get started. Hopefully I'm in focus because I had to turn the autofocus on my camera off and I don't have anybody to sit here and make sure I'm in focus. So I'm going to try to use every single product, or as many products as I can today, and show you guys what this face looks like. I'm wearing a onesie right now. My hair is up. I'll change eventually. Let's start with moisturizing and things like that. I'm going to put the Derma E Vitamin C Concentrated Serum with Hyaluronic Acid on first. You guys are gonna see what this does to my face. It's just like a light gel. It smells so weird. Okay, maybe it's just me, but I feel like that makes such a big difference in the way my skin looks and feels, and it made a huge difference yesterday in the way that my makeup applied on top of it. So I'm gonna let that sink in for a second. And then obviously I'm not gonna use these two products. So the L'Oreal Age Perfect and the Sea Booth Whipped Body Foam, I'm not gonna use either one of these. Honestly, it made my face feel kind of matte. Also, as a moisturizing product, I'm going to use the Hey Honey Lip Balm and put this on before I start my makeup and see how this feels on my lips. It's like white. That feels really good. I thought it would be sticky because, you know, honey, but not at all. It's actually like less sticky than some other lip balms I have. Ooh, I like that. For primer, I'm going to, oh shit, I didn't wet my beauty blender. Oh my god, I'm gonna be so upset if I'm out of focus. I'm just nervous because I filmed videos on Saturday and they were completely out of focus. So I don't want to do that again. That was really annoying. So I'm gonna use the L'Oreal Infallible as my primer just because it's mattifying, like very mattifying, and I want mattifying for this dewy foundation. And I didn't use mattifying moisturizer, so we're gonna need a little bit of help. I'm going to be using the Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation. It has an SPF of 20, which would have been really useful yesterday when I was sitting out at a baseball game in the sun, but you know. I'm going to try to use a sponge on one side and a brush on the other side just to see the difference in how it applies it. So this side, let's do brush first. I don't know how much I need. I'm using the Morphe brush because my e.l.f. brushes are dirty. Both of them. I went out and bought two just so that this wouldn't happen. I can't tell if that's the foundation that smells or the brush, but I'm just gonna guess the brush. It's so dewy. I feel like that has no coverage. Maybe it's just because it's so dark though. Alright, let's do the other side with a sponge. Sometimes sponges mattify products because it like soaks up the dewiness, so we'll see if that happens. I generally prefer sponges, just in general, to using a brush. I'm sorry if I keep looking over there. I just really am scared I won't be in focus. There are definitely some foundations though that I prefer using a brush with, or there's some foundations that I'll blend it out with a brush and then go over it with a sponge just because you get like better coverage. I definitely got more coverage with the brush. It's a very dewy finish, probably light, maybe light medium coverage. I'm gonna add just a touch over here just because I want them to be even. I'm going to use the brush to just kind of, oh, it's kind of buildable. I find that brushes always take the product off of my nose. Very dewy. Very, very dewy. As somebody with oily skin, I'm a little scared. But it's like a pretty nice coverage, especially with 2 layers over here. I like that. I'm going to quickly take some down my neck. And I always use a brush for this part if I have one available, just because it's much quicker to just go up and down like this. So the foundation, I think the color will be really nice when I'm tan in the summer. It's really dewy, so like I said in the haul video, I'm definitely going to need to use like mattifying products with it. But I like it. I'm just not used to seeing myself this dewy. I have a bunch of concealer options. I'm not quite sure which one to use. I think this might be too light, the Catrice one, but since I have tried the Makeup Revolution one, I want to try the one that I haven't tried, and then maybe I'll mix them. So this is the Catrice foundation, the Catrice concealer in light beige. It is so light. It smells really good. So far, it actually is oxidizing, which normally would piss me off, but it might be good. I'll blend it out really quickly. So far, good. Okay. I really like that. I have been having a lot of trouble lately with blending my concealers into my foundations. I feel like it's just been bad concealers, and I just forgot what it was like to use a good concealer because I haven't used my good ones in so long, and Shade Tape is so heavy that if you don't blend it out perfectly, it looks crazy. That actually ended up being a fairly good color, but I'm gonna add a little bit of C8 in just to add a little bit of coverage. Oh, not C8, not C8. That is way dark. C5, just in here where I feel like I need a little more coverage. I probably could have just layered a little bit more of the Catrice concealer on, but I've wanted to try both, so that looks really good. I really like both of those concealers so far. I mean, the Makeup Revolution one I wore yesterday, and I really like the way it wore as well, so. Okay, and then the last cream product before I can finally set my face and stop freaking out about how dewy it is the Model's Own Sculpt and Glow Bronzer that Tati has been talking about. I'm going to use a duo fiber brush, see how this works, and then we'll use a beauty blender if it doesn't. Yeah, that's not going to work. No. Let's try a beauty blender because that was an immediate fail. I can't remember how Tati uses it, probably with her freaking, whatchamacallit. Ooh, I'm going to get it on my fingers and kind of pat it on. Yeah, you really can't see this. I need the darker one for sure. So we're officially going to get the darker one, maybe even today if I have time. Yeah, it just looks like nothing. Okay, well, we'll try the darker one. I might keep that for when I'm a little bit more pale, but it's just not showing up right now at all. To set my face, I'm nervous. I'm actually going to set my under eyes with the translucent powder just because I want to see what this concealers can do. So I'm going to bake it. I probably should have patted it out, but it really hadn't creased yet. So this is just the Kat Von D translucent powder. It's just the loose powder that I had out for this 2 weeks. But for the rest of my face, we're going to use the MAC Studio Fix. Hopefully this will add a little bit of coverage, you know, as well as setting my face. I think this is supposed to be long lasting, so. Oh, that does add coverage. Wow. This might be a really good option if you want to like still wear a nice dewy lightweight foundation, but you want to like mattify it up a little bit and add some coverage. This is really nice. That just totally changed the way my skin looked. Not like it still looks like it has life to it, but it added a little bit of coverage and made me feel better because as somebody with oily skin, I don't like to be shiny. Although I am thinking about doing a series where I don't set my face for a week and see what happens, like Oily Girl doesn't set her face for a week. I'm curious about it. So if you guys would be interested in that, let me know. I want to see, I never don't set my face. So I'm curious to see what happens if I don't, like if I can make it work, you know, obviously I'll set my under eyes, but let me know if you guys would be interested in seeing a video like that. These concealers feel really nice. Now I still, like, for me, this is not set enough. Like, I like my face to feel like dry and it doesn't. So I'm gonna actually add more powder. Is this making me look yellow? I feel like it might be. I like this. This is actually might be a good color, but you guys have to let me know if I look yellow because I feel like I might. I'm not sure. I need to do my brows now. I'm gonna use a brow pomade because I want to see what that brow gel can do on top of it. So I'm just using the Makeup Revolution brow pomade, and I'm going to quickly fill these in, and then we will use the brow gel because I really, like I said in that haul video, I really enjoy using brow gels when I've used a pomade or a powder over when I've used a pencil. You know what I'm gonna do? This is kind of dry. I'm gonna see what happens if I squirt it with some Fix Plus. Fix Plus makes everything better, so it has to make this better. Oh yeah. Not a good brow day, but we'll make it work. I'm hoping the brow gel will help with that. This is the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Boost and Set with this itty bitty, I'm gonna scrape off just a little bit of product. It has this little itty bitty brush, which, I mean, you would think would be easier, but I just feel like it is a little bit clumpier. Let me brush through right here. I don't know. Not a good brow day. It definitely, I mean, like, fluffs them up, but I still prefer the brow plumper. I still prefer the brow plumper. I'm gonna move on to eyeshadow now, and I'm gonna use this Morphe palette, this lovely, lovely Morphe palette. It is missing a setting shade, so I'm just going to use a loose powder. So I'm gonna go in with this palette. I'm going to start with the shade Hang 10 right here. Ooh, I'm nervous. It's kind of orange. Yep, should have been nervous. I am going to work, so I'm not going to do anything crazy. I just want to see what the quality of these shadows is like. Okay, not quite what I expected. I'm going to take a clean brush and just kind of try to blend that out. I am going to use the brushes that I purchased today too. Okay, then I'm going to take a smaller brush and Beach Please. They're so loud. Ooh, this is nice. They're kind of just blending muddy. Now that I'm looking up closer, this shade Beach Please is a little muddy. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of that shade. I'm gonna take this M514 that I just got and Now Boarding, this shade, and I'm gonna try to put that just in the crease. Ooh, this is a nice brush. Bad shade though. Yeah, I don't think I like this palette. It's just looking really muddy. And like, I'm not very good at makeup, but I rarely have this problem where like shadows just look this bad. I mean, seriously, that looks really bad, and that never happens because I just don't ever use enough shadow for that to happen. You know, like I'm normally using pretty light hand, I tap off the product, but that was not pretty. I'm just blending it out again. Well, let's see if these shimmers can redeem us. I'm just gonna take Sunny's, this like gold shade, and put it on the lid. Well, no, it's not really redeemable. I don't know, I gotta work with these some more, you guys, but I don't know. I've never had shadows be this muddy before, and I just don't, this rarely happens to me. You know, I just don't use a ton of product. I don't really go in heavy-handed. I don't use like a lot of really crazy colors. So for me, this rarely happens. But I just feel like that turned out so muddy. Putting that shimmer shade all over the lid helped. But, I don't know. It's a little disappointing. I'm going to grab this J-Cat Prismetal and put this on the lid as well. Maybe this will save it. I'm just tapping my finger in, like a little tap and sweep. Oh my god. That is way prettier than I expected it to be. Holy shit. It looks even better on the lid than it does in a swatch. Oh my god. Holy shit. That made it all better. But like still, the outer corner looks like empty now. I don't know. This is so good. Oh my gosh. That is better than I thought it was. I'm going to take this little M321 and try to kind of put something in this outer corner just to make it not look so like weird. Blend that out with this brush. They just don't blend well. They just don't. I can't change that. I just wanted to put something more in that outer corner because this J-Cat color just ended up being so intense. See, I can't blend this edge. I'm going to use this brush, Real Techniques, and just take Now Boarding and put that on the lower lash line. Okay, I'm underwhelmed with the Morphe shadows, but that J-Cat shadow, that thing is good. I like the Morphe brushes though. Let's move on, please. I just need to move on. Oh, also, I'm obviously not going to use this bar of soap because I don't know what I would use it for. Let's finish up the face. So we've got this bronzer. I'm so excited. I have been wanting this for so long. I'm just going to mix them together. Ooh. That's really subtle, but like in a really pretty way. Like, I feel like you can build that up and it'll look really nice. I'm gonna get just some of the darker shade, which is a little bit golden. Does that look good, or is that just in my head because I've wanted it for so long? Okay, so my camera cut off and I have no clue if I'm still in focus. I have no clue what you missed. But I put on that highlight, the Light Source, Lorac Light Source highlight, and it is really pretty. If you blend it in really kind of a lot and then balance it in with a beauty blender, you get like a beautiful, I don't even know, it looks like, I don't know, it's really pretty. And then I put this mascara on my right eye and I didn't curl my lashes and I think I regret it. So I'm gonna curl my left lashes and then put this on and see what we got. Yeah, it looks better if you curl them. Let me do a second, well, I'm gonna quickly curl. If I wanna curl my lashes once I already have mascara, I just do it quickly and I try to do it before it dries. It's really fluffy. I like this. I don't know if I got the right one, but it's right for me. I dig it. I do dig it. Alright, and then now I have to decide on a lip color, and none of them are like an actual lip color. Let's start with the Catrice volumizing thing. I want to see what this looks like on its own. Yeah, that doesn't, actually it does a lot. I was gonna say that this doesn't really have a tint, but it does. I mean, if it wasn't with such an intense eye look, I think this would look really pretty. Especially on like a lighter makeup day. I feel like that could look really pretty. Then let's throw this holographic gloss on top. Ugh, it's so pretty. I feel like you have to put on a sparing amount of this though, because ew, that's so gross. I need to wipe it off right now. If you blot it down, it doesn't do that. So just put on less of this L'Oreal one. And then to finish it off, put on this Clinique one for our final look. This is pretty. I think the Clinique one is my favorite just because it's got color in it. Okay, let me zoom you guys out and take my hair down, and I'm still going to be wearing my onesie because I don't care. Okay guys, so that is it. Again, unfortunately, this clip got lost. So I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. If you have any recommendations for other products that I should get, if you have any recommendations for how to use these products that I just tried on, please let me know down below. Or if you have any video ideas, you can let me know those as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys next time.